folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to return to a band we haven't touched on in about a year, something like that. The Small Faces, or maybe just Small Faces. I guess they're just called Small Faces, pardon me. So we're going to be looking at Itchycoo Park, which was a huge hit for them in 1967. Comes off the album, There Are But Four Small Faces. Now, here in America, it only made it to number 178 on the Billboard 200 chart. That's the album. But Itchycoo Park itself did pretty well. I think it was number 16. This is one written by, the credit on this for songwriting is Steve Marriott and Ronnie Lane. They also produced it. Okay, and it was a number one hit in a few places. It was number 3 in the UK. It was number 1 in New Zealand and in Canada. So and it was number 2 in Australia, number 3 in the Netherlands, number 4 in Norway. Did pretty well. Well. So we may even recognize it.
I don't know much about the song either. I recognize the name Steve Marriott from Humble Pie.
Yeah, and the other Small Faces that we did.
Yeah.
So those of you who don't know, hold on a sec. The last one we did was in January. We've done 3 Small Faces. We did All or Nothing, Song of a Baker, and Tin Soldier. And we loved all of them. So it was time to go back. Adrian, you know anything about this song? Have you ever heard it?
It doesn't ring a bell.
Okay.
I don't remember it right now.
According to this, it says it was a psychedelic pop song. So it should be fun. Let's go ahead and check this out, and we'll talk about it after.
All right.
Over bridge of sights, to rest my eyes in shades of green, under dreaming spires, to Itchycoo Park, that's where I've been. What did you do there? I got high. What did you feel there? Well, I cried. But why the tears there? Tell you why. It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. I feel inclined to blow my mind, get on our feet, the ducks with a bun. They all come out to groove about, be nice and have fun in the sun. Tell you what I'll do. What will you? I'd like to go there now with you. You can miss out school. Won't that be? Why go to learn the words of who? What's it do there? We'll get high. What will we touch there? We'll touch the sky. But why the tears there? I'll tell you why. It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. I feel inclined to blow my mind, get hung up, feed the ducks with a bun. They all come out to groove about, be nice and have fun in the sun. Too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. Ha! It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. Too beautiful. It's all too beautiful. It's all too beautiful.
Nice psychedelic tune, complete with the Hammond organ and the phasing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the phasing. You got to have that.
Yeah. I've heard I remember the "It's All Too Beautiful" part.
Really? Okay.
I remember that hook anyway. I didn't remember the verse or anything.
Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest, and it may shock some of our UK followers, but I don't recall that song at all. But I like it. It's a nice song. It kind of reminds me of some of the other pop songs that came out in 1967. I can't put my finger on it exactly, but it has that sound, the ting, ting, do, do, ting, do, do.
Yeah, I noticed the high notes at the end of the song too. I don't know if that was on the album version, but it was interesting how he sung the last chorus. It's like the vocals are way up there.
I'm pretty sure that this is being mimed because I think one of the other songs that we saw, maybe it was Song of a Baker. I'm not sure though. They had the same set. And you can kind of catch that sometimes Steve's not on mic. Of course, his performance on the record is fantastic. And I recognize his moves, too. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's Steve Marriott. Up there. He's really active, really brings a lot of energy to the performance.
I needed to hear some psychedelic music today.
Yes.
The piano and the organ, 2 keyboardists in the band. That's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah. I didn't actually notice. I should have taken a better look at who was doing it, but I definitely...
I couldn't tell you who, but there was a piano and an organ.
Oh, I see. You're talking about on the recording. Do you know anything about Immediate Records?
Immediate Records? I never heard of that.
Immediate Records is a record label that put out, of course, Small Faces and some Humble Pie and some John Mayall. Yeah, interesting. Oh, and I guess they also had Fleetwood Mac. Maybe that's where I've heard of them. Oh, and they hit the Groundhogs, too, is another. And it was started by Andrew Loog Oldham of the Rolling Stones management and Tony Calder. I'm not sure who that is. Oh, he was an English manager. Well, yeah, so that was fun. That was fun hearing that song. It sounded good. They did some good work. I'm glad to check one more song off our Small Faces list.
Well, it's nice to hear the psychedelic hit today.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Yeah, it's always nice hearing Steve Marriott. He really was an amazing vocalist. So, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of that song? Have you heard it before? Are you all too familiar with it? If you heard it back then, do you have a story for us? First time you heard it, if it was held any significance to you, anything like that, let us know. We'd be very interested to know. And leave any comments below. And leave any suggestions as well. So, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will catch you on the next one. All right. Take care, folks.
See you all later.